this switch here. So enable conft host name s2, enable secret class, no IP domain lookup, set IP default gateway 192.168.99.1, and then the line console 0 mismatch, password Cisco, login, and remote line VTY 015, password Cisco, login, and remember, copy running config, startup config, enter.
Now we'll be changing our VTP. Now we'll be configuring. Now we'll be configuring our VTP in our switch. We'll be changing it to a client. So first we need to go into our configure terminal, conft VTP mode client.
These mismatches are annoying. VTP mode client. It says it's setting it to VTP client mode.
And have the same domain name as the others.
It's already set. And the password, VTP password Cisco. End. So now we continue by
trunking and making our VLAN.
So we're going to conft interface the range, and it's the same range. Interface range FA01-5. Enter. So now we're in the interface range. Switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk native. Mismatch, of course. Switch port mismatch again. This is really annoying. Switch port trunk native VLAN 99. Now they're restored. I don't know why. No shutdown. And exit. And we continue by the last configuration of our switches, which is giving the IP address to VLAN 99 now. And
instead of 12, we'll be using 13.
Yeah, exactly. So we type in int as in interface VLAN 99. And as it says here, it's stayed up and we're interfacing it. IP address 192.168.99.13 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and end. So now we're finished with the switches.
And the last thing we need to do is configure our router.
Yeah. And the router is up here. And we go into the command line interface. Type enter a few times. Enable. And we go into conft. So we get into the configure mode. We can actually set a host name for this one as well. So we can type in router 1. So now it's changed to router 1. And what we're going to do now is we're going to interface this port here, which is connected to the switches. So int fa0/1, and we're in it. No shutdown. So now you see it's green here, which means it's up. And that's it. We type exit. Int fa0/1 .1, and what this does, it's for the VLANs. Enter. It's a sub interface. So we do encapsulation .1q 1 and IP address 192.168.10 1.1 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0.
We will be doing this to all the other VLANs.
So we type exit just to see that we interface the right one later on. So we type in int fa0/1 .10 and we type in encapsulation .1q10 IP address 192.168.10.1 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Enter. Exit again. Int fa0/1 .20. We do the same thing. Encapsulation .1q20 because it's the VLAN 20. IP address 192.168.20.1 and a subnet mask. Exit it again and interface the 30 network int fa1.30. Change data up. Encapsulation .1q30 IP address 192.168.30.1 and a subnet mask as usual. Exit it again, and now the last one is the native VLAN. So int fa1.99. Enter. It changed data up. Encapsulation .1q99 native to tell it's the native VLAN and IP address as usual. IP address 192.168.99.1.255.255.255.0. And now we're in there. So now we can exit twice just to save it. And now we're gonna configure this port here, the 0.0. I mean 0/0. So conft int fa0/0 to get into this port here. We type in IP address 192.168.50.1 and subnet mask as usual. Enter. Description server interface, and that's we type in description just to know that this port here is for the server, so it's the interface for the server. Enter. No. Shut down and end. Now we're basically done. Okay, so we should have done this in at the beginning, but we forgot to put IP addresses on our computers. And how we do it, we just go into this interface here, IP configuration on the desktop tab. We put in the IP address that we should have used. So we type in the IP address that we wanted for this VLAN, so it's 192.168.10, and we can use 21. Subnet mask will be used, it will be configured automatically, and the default gateway is 192.168.10.1, and we can just exit here. We do the same on this one, but we use VLAN 20, so 192.168.20.21. Tab to get to the next tab, and tab again. 192.168.20.1 to put the default gateway, and on the last computer we use 30. So IP configuration 192.168.30.21 tab 192.168.30.1. We should be able to ping from these computers to these computers, but we need a server as well to get an IP address. So we click on it, desktop IP, and we put in the IP address for 50 here, because remember we put 50 on this interface here. So 192.168.50, and servers usually have the IP address 254. So 254 we use, and subnet mask is configured automatically. And the default gateway 192.168.50.1. I can see here that we have the wrong cable here. We need to use a copper crossover cable between these ports, because the router and the server, they can both be known as a default gateway, so we need this. And as you can see here, they're both green now, so we should be able to ping here. So let's try ping from this computer. We're going to put command prompt ping the server 192.168.50.254. So enter, and it's probably gonna take some time here. And as you can see here, we get a connection. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's for our tutorial for inter-VLAN routing.
Thanks for watching, and sorry that it's not the best tutorial. It's our first one, but yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks.